Oh, look at that. Look at all those layers and that meat. That is sensational on there. Oh, come on. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. We're doing a crowd pleaser today. It's one of those meals that comes together and seems to attract, I want seconds. We're using frozen hash browns. They're sat here, look, they're thawing out. We've got some beef mince, sour cream, breadcrumbs, and a can of soup. It's more of an American type casserole, but you know, the modern world, it throws together and it's delicious. Come on. Right, what we need to do is cook off that beef. Grab a pan. So we'll have a splurge of oil in there. Use whatever you like. Okay, my beef mince is still pretty much frozen, but it doesn't matter. So we're going to give the beef mince a cooking for about 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes, and we'll chuck the onion in. So we're just going to give it a little breaking up as it goes. It'll get there. Oh, we're going to give it a little browning. We want to cook it off a little, yeah? Okay, there we are. We're the same as anybody chucking in, just mince that's not frozen. Now what we're going to do is leave this to settle, char it. That's going to give us our really deep beefy flavour in here. So let it settle, give it a stir, let it settle, just get a little bit of brown on there. Oven on today, 190. Okay, in there, onions. Little cooking on there. You want about 4 or 5 minutes with the onion in here. Cook out the rawness of the onion. Clear the space. In there, garlic. In it goes. Just stir it in. Give it about 30 seconds in there altogether. In with Worcester sauce. A little bit of smoked paprika. Some black pepper. Give it a little stir through, and that is our seasoned meat mix. A lot of flavour there. Okay, flame off, cooking done. I've got a bowl here. What we're going to do is, you can shred these up or you can just break them up. Okay, it doesn't matter, up to you. And they don't have to be super small pieces either. Okay, in there with our canned soup. Whether you use mushroom, chicken, whatever you want to use. This works with tomato too. In there with your sour cream. So I want a little bit of pepper in there. Now I'm not using salt. As you know, the soups are salty enough. We do want some garlic powder in there. And onion powder. I'm going to do a splurge of Dijon in there. Got some melted butter. In fact, actually, I'll have some of that melted butter. I'll have some melted butter in some breadcrumbs. There you go. Rest of the melted butter in there. In it goes. Come on, just give it a mix up. In there, a good handful of cheese. Stir that in. Could have used a bigger bowl. Grab yourself a tray, a suitable dish, and we're going to start putting that in there. Let's just give this a stir through on these breadcrumbs. That'll do, that'll give us a crusty top. Now though, I think we should give this a little greasing out with a bit of butter. And bring it up the side. Now it might toast up in here. It might give us a nice toasty, crunchy bottom and sides. That would be lovely. Okay, leave that in there. And in we go with our mix. Get it in and squidge it down. You don't have to go too hard, but we do want it in there. And we want about half to go towards the top. So you just work it out, yeah? Now don't forget, this is going to loosen with that soup mix that's in there. So it's easy to work at the moment. And we want our layer of minced onion in there. There's our flavour. And then on there with the rest of that. Nice squidge down. That gives us a nice hash brown look. Hash brown, chunky topping on there. On there, a little bit more cheese. On there, some of your crunchy breadcrumbs. And there you go. Just a little sprinkling. Why not? There you go. There's a superb family meal right there. We're going to bake that in the oven for about 45 minutes. Okay, we've got our fabulous dish there, look. You can stop at this level if you want, or you can do what I'm going to do. We're going to flavour this up a little bit more. We got some smoked paprika, which we've just chucked on there. Not to worry. And then we want to layer the rest of that cheese on there. There we go. Stick that back in the oven for about 5 to 10. And there you go. Once you've melted that on there, you can bring that out. There you go. That is absolutely fantastic. Over there, push it up, a little bit of parsley. Come on. That's our hash brown or hillbilly or cowboy casserole. Look at that. Okay, you know me, we're not waiting that long. We're in. Through that cheesy, crusty top into that goodness underneath. In there. Come on. Ooh, it's going to be a hot one, this. Oh, look at that. Look at all those layers and that meat. That is sensational on there. Oh, come on. Here we go. We're in. Look at that. We've got that layer of beef in there. All through there, look. Oh, come on. In here. Oh, that is delicious. That is seconds right there. Very, very easy to eat. You got those hash browns in there, look, giving us that little bit of potato. Got a crunchy top under there. Topped it with the cheese. It's got cheesy layers through there. We got the beef. Oh man. Very buttery indeed. It is absolutely superb. Fantastic with salad, anything like that, or just eating on its own. Does it freeze? It does freeze very well. Reheat it in the oven or just microwave it. That is absolutely sensational. There you go. That is our hash brown or hillbilly or cowboy casserole made. That is fantastic. Superb flavours in there. There you go, an easy one. If you like what we're doing, share with your friends. Tell them how easy it is to make this hash brown casserole. If you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Catch you in the next video. Cheesy top. Oh yeah. Beef and onion potato.